Hi, my name is Coco with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Vinny Thomas, who stars as Davey in the upcoming movie, You're Cordially Invited. It's going to be premiering on Prime Video Thursday, January 30th. Vinny, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much, Coco, for having me. I love that you're sitting by the hearth. It's very romantic. It's very warm. It's beautiful.
I was just giving you something, and this is actually the first time I've used this. I just thought maybe that Vinny could appreciate it.
It's amazing. It's giving library. It's
No,
giving intellectual.
it's
It's
giving all of
wonderful.
that. Now, I'm more of an audiobook person these days. However, I was a library kid and my father did take us. And, I was not it was not a punishment for us. It wasn't. So, Vinny, let's talk about you. Enough about Kokutona, right? So, I think a lot of people, what you'll come to find, or people will come to find, is a lot of people do know you as well from social media, not just as, let's say, which is funny to even say it that way, but as the comedian that you are and as the actor that you are, right? There are folks that may know you from your TikTok presence or Instagram and so forth. So I'm just really curious about how you juxtapose that, knowing that you're someone that's even like a trained comedian. You've had the opportunity to work in Second City, so you've had these like really esteemed, wonderful opportunities that you've had, that you've earned, but you've also been able to use social media as a powerful platform for not only your personality, but your comedy. How the heck do you go about doing that in such an original way and in a way that works for you?
I think the trick is trying not to do the same thing over and over. This is something I
Okay.
think I've mentioned to a few other people. Like it's very easy for when people really love a video to make to like do the same shtick over and over and over because
Mm-hmm.
it gets you likes, it gets you follows, it gets you a lot of money. Like even
Yeah.
online, you should still be challenging yourself to do something new and kind of write something new, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, shade obviously to people who do the other way. There's no roadmap anymore. This is
Right.
the kind of industry where whatever you do, whoever you are, you do whatever it takes to kind of move to what you feel is the next step. So there's no
Mm-hmm.
roadmap. For me, it just felt like I didn't necessarily want to do copy paste type stuff, but for other people, it works out and it
Right.
does it makes no difference. Do you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the day, you need to do what feels good to you as an artist and a performer, and yeah, and do lots of it.
No, that's good to hear. But I think what's actually particularly unique about you is that, okay, so comedy or just being funny, these are not things that come easily to a lot of people. It's not easy to be funny. The people that it's easy for is obviously a particular talent and a skill, right? You know the timing and you know how to sort of navigate that. But what makes you also unique is that you don't compromise anything about yourself and you're able to navigate and also incorporate social issues, things that might be things of the moment, things that are probably considered controversial, but you're able to take something so serious and make us laugh in it. How do you do that without having to compromise bits of yourself? Because a lot of times people will be afraid to approach certain subjects.
I think we're living in an era now that is kind of ripe for satire. And I think for
Okay.
better or for worse, it's because a lot of people online aren't kind of predisposed to like discerning it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you can make satire and it might be the most obvious thing in the world to you or to anyone who kind of is thinking, but to people online it's kind of that initial reaction that they'll have to it. And so I think it's kind of fun and in
Mm-hmm.
a sense, right? Like you're making satire and you're posting it online and most people will understand, but then you'll get some interaction from people who completely think it's real. And you could be saying the most ridiculous thing in the world, but they'll immediately buy into it because
Right.
and that's part of it. That's part of this extended satire picture of like illustrating to people that there's something wrong with us kind of socially, like in
Yeah.
America, that we're not willing to learn and take that extra step. So I think
Mm-hmm.
for me, whenever I make stuff online that kind of, dips a toe into satire or like criticizing, anything that's going on, I don't think about whether it's going to like kind of affect any other element of what I'm doing because I think that's part of it. I think it's just kind of part of the performance. And
Mm-hmm.
if people get it, they get it. And if they don't, then they should work a little harder to get it, I think.
Hey, listen, I got you on that. And then, yeah, that ability to take those kinds of risks and just be like, hey, it is what it is. But, again, it's not in an abrasive way. But I do think that you've owned something and you have a sort of a corner in the so called market that is very unique to you, that's really hard for people to accomplish. So let's not forget to talk about your Cordially Invited, right? So again, we've talked about how you're well known in a space. So like now it's like people, you might go and get a coffee and somebody's saying, oh my gosh, I know you from TikTok. Oh my gosh, I know you from your stand-up. You're so hilarious. Oh my gosh, now I know you from the movies. So it's like there's just different people know you in different things. So my question to you is that when you get into something like a movie where you're actually taking on a scripted role, is it a little bit harder for someone like yourself who's a different kind of creative, because you can put a lot of different things together, right? So your mind isn't, and then this is not to take it away from someone that strictly acts, that can be fed a script, so to speak. But is it hard for you to read someone else's lines and just say like, okay, this is as funny as if I were to do it?
No, I mean the great thing about Nick Stoller is that he is
Hmm.
hilarious. He's very funny, and
Hmm.
also the thing about a great director is if you think of something funnier, he's into it. Do you know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
Nick just wants to and do whatever looks and feels natural and funny and good for the movie. And I think everyone feels that way. Reese,
Hmm.
Nick, kind of everyone just involved. Yeah, definitely.
Mhm. And you do get to work opposite Reese Witherspoon, who just kind of defined my childhood, right? Like in her epic like roles, sort of in that teen collegiate space, and also Will Ferrell. So when you're in these roles now and you're looking at yourself like, holy crap, like I am in Hollywood and I'm working opposite these people. Do you ever have to pinch yourself? Like I truly earned this and I made it. Like how do you feel as you continue to climb up your own personal ladder and as your trajectory just keeps going, woo, you know?
Yeah, some people pinch themselves. I think I just dissociate, right? Because I'm
Yeah,
driving, I
yeah.
am like, that's not Will Ferrell. That's just another white. It's a white man at the bus stop. It could
Right,
be anyone. It could be
right,
anyone.
right.
That is a stranger to me. It could be anyone. And I think the key to it is truly dissociating and not recognizing it. And it's not even just like Will and Reese who are huge. You've also got like Jack McBrayer and Fortune
Right.
Feimster and Leanne Morgan, who are all like hilarious comedy juggernauts. And they're
Hmm.
all over the place, just
Hmm.
scattered around the set. You're just bumping into them, and you're like, you just gotta. They're friendly strangers, and
Hmm.
I don't know you from anything.
No, that's a good way to take it as well, and to really live in your moment. And I think the wonderful thing about this too, Vinny, is that you'll find, and as you know, I'm not telling you anything that you don't know, but for anybody that's listening, is that you'll find that you, as Vinny Thomas, these individuals may even know you unbeknownst to you. So you'll find that people are a fan of your work, and that's the great thing. Like you said, people are people, and that could be Will at the bus stop. It's not any different than Will that people recognize every day. So I really thank you so much, Vinny, for your time. I think that you're incredibly funny. I think that you're obviously very, very intelligent. And I love the way that you approach issues, and you have that balance of just, again, being able to be funny in a way that's just really intelligent and smart. And by the way, the After Midnight, that was hilarious because I can't think that fast on my feet, child. So I don't know what I would have done. I would have choked myself out, to be honest. But once again, guys, my name is Coco with blackfilm.com, and I am here with the wonderful, talented Vinny Thomas. He's a Colorado hometown, right? Spent time
Okay.
in my hometown. Okay, he was in Chi-Town. I'm from a little town called Country Club Hills, Illinois, just south of Chicago. Okay, so I doubt he's ever been there, but he has been to Chicago, so I claim him as well. But of course, now I do want to invite you all to You're Cordially Invited, which will be on Prime Video Thursday, January 30th. Thank you so much, Vinny, for joining me, and congratulations on all your continued success. I mean, you just get it.
Thank you so much, Coco.
Thank you very much. Bye now. If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.